Hello and welcome back. This video is going to be something different compared to what I normally upload. This video is going to be the top 5 things I like to see happen in DCS. Maybe there'll be a bonus. So I asked you guys to do a survey and see what you had to say, and it seems like everyone's generally agreeing, so it's not just me. Quick disclaimer, this is not me bashing Eagle Dynamics or DCS. It's just what I like to see happen along with other people as well. Alright, so let's get started with the video. Okay, so the first thing I like to see is going to be a roadmap. So DCS every year does a 2020 whatever and beyond video to pretty much hype up the community and tease us with upcoming stuff. Unfortunately, a lot of that hype is in the beyond portion and very little of it makes it in the current year. I would really like it if they started off the year with a solid roadmap. That way we knew what to look forward to and when to expect it. Instead of us questioning, hey, is that going to happen or is this going to happen? Maybe this year we'll get the Corsair, maybe we won't. I mean, they've been teasing it for a few years. But I mean, I don't really care because I lost the hype for it. We don't know what's going on, and if we had a solid roadmap, we would know what to expect and when. For example, if we had a roadmap and we looked at Q1 this year, these are the things that are supposed to happen and when they're going to happen. Then for Q2, this will happen, and for etc., etc., etc. I think it's safe to say that DCS devs are way in over their heads, and maybe this will help them with guidance instead of trying to do too many things at once and under-delivering. Okay, next item on my list. Slow down on pushing early access modules, mainly aimed at Eagle Dynamics. I get that they need to push out the next shiny toy to make a profit, but currently there's so many products in early access. As of right now, it's more of a money grab than delivering us a fully released module. Give us an estimate completion date for the modules. For example, we're going to push out a product in 2025, and we're going to have it fully released in 2030. Expect bi-monthly updates until it's complete. Right there, that sounds great. I'm sold. Yeah, but push out only a limited amount of early access modules at a time so they get more attention from the dev team, which will lead to a faster completion. We're tired of all these half-assed products that are going to send to early access status for the next 5+ years or even longer barely being worked on. Cue the mosquito. If you're going to do early access, stop having these long periods between updates. Keep pushing out new stuff for it. Like, hey, where's the sniper pod for my F-16? You showed us a 3D model for it. Where is it at? Speaking of the Viper, it was released in 2019. Either release the module for early access when it's closer to being complete, or keep working on the module instead of prolonging it. A lot of people will buy early access modules and leave DCS before they see the module at its full potential, just because they don't want to wait 5+ years for that. Just slow down and push out new product and finish what's already out there. We don't need an F-35, finish what you have already released. Okay, so third item on my list is going to be getting up to the 2025 or current decade in standards. Better optimization, especially when it comes to storage. Why is Syria 64 gigabytes and it's great, but other maps are 150 plus gigabytes and they're mediocre at best? Better multiplayer and netcode support. Get the Vulkan game engine. It's been talked about for so long. We've been waiting. Can we just please get it? And then we have a ton of 3D models from the early 2000s. Either get rid of them or update them, just like how we got updated B52 and B1. Where's the rest? Updated AI comms. It breaks in-game immersion and it's very dated. Keep us updated with the new ATC and please deliver it as soon as possible. Then update the older maps. For example, Nevada is getting pretty popular again with campaigns, so please give it some love. And then obviously the dynamic campaign. Okay, so fourth item on my list is going to be realism past the cockpit. I totally understand that this is a study level flight simulator and that a lot happens in the cockpit, but there's a whole world outside of that digital cockpit simulator, and that world for the most part is lacking. The AI needs an overhaul, everybody knows that. I know it's been worked on here and there, but it needs to happen. This needs to be like on the top of the priority list. We all know this scenario. There's a red AI MiG-21 that's trying to pick a flight with 4 advanced blue aircraft knowing it's not going to make it. Yeah, sure, let's run that scenario over and over again for the next decade. No real pilot would do that. They would know they're going to be overmatched from the start and would not even consider doing that. I would like to see the AI use some tactics instead of flying directly at their target. I'm not just talking about air AI, I'm talking about the ground, the sea, the wingman AI, it all needs to be overhauled. Okay, next will be better damage models. Weapon damage effect. If I drop a 2,000-pound bomb, I promise you something 100 feet away is not going to be fine. If I'm dropping a bomb in all the SAM maps that DCS has, we all want to see some massive dust clouds. Dynamic weather. It's been worked on forever now. Where's it at? I would love to watch a storm cloud through nods. I would really love to just load in a map and there's a sense of life around instead of just an empty beautiful map. Drogue basket physics. I want to watch that hose ripple with the shockwave of my aircraft connecting or even breaking off the drogue basket. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is about to have this, and DCS has been around for way longer. I know the team promised this when the Hornet launched back in 2018. Where's it at, guys? I could go over this for a while, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, so fifth item on my list is going to be make the game have some type of reward system. Now this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, but hear me out. Currently how DCS is, you start your aircraft, either you do it manually or you do auto starts, I know you do it. You taxi, you fly, you land, hopefully, and that's pretty much it. But after a while, that pattern of life gets pretty boring and eventually burns out a lot of people like myself. I'm getting very close to that burnout stage. Maybe make some kind of achievement / milestone program that players can aim for instead of just doing the same motions of the game. It might change stuff up. It might give people something to aim for instead of just doing the same basic motions. Maybe give those players that reach a certain milestone earn store credit / miles that could go towards an ED module so they could truly be free to play. For example, you really like carrier operations, but you don't own the super carrier module, but you just had your 100th third wire trap. Here's some credit that could go towards buying that super carrier module. Again, I know this is probably going to be a very unpopular opinion, but there just has to be some kind of end goal instead of just doing the same motions of the game. Some people in the survey said that learning and mastering your aircraft is a reward, but then what? You go drop bombs on the same poor AI, or you go on a server and you launch some missiles at someone? Again, this is probably going to be a very unpopular opinion, but this is my video. Okay, so now my bonus item. Ego Dynamics, please listen to the community, aka the buyers supporting you. Fix the Raspberry issue. We don't care who's at fault. It's hurting the community and people are losing trust. If your buyers have been asking for red air for years or even decades, you should make it happen. Yeah, I know there's a lot of classifications and BS Russian laws, but we're literally giving them an F-35 that nobody asked for. Give us that 40-year-old flanker, or even give us more FC3 or FC4 red air like the Su-35. If people that pay for your product are giving you positive feedback with suggestions or in-game issues, do something with it. Don't say the team knows and let it sit for years without an outcome. There's a lot of people on the forums providing really good suggestion, wishlist items that go unnoticed or swept under the rug. A lot of us are willing to help and make the game better. Please utilize us. Let the modders become part of the main game. There's a lot of really good mods out there, such as the A4 Skyhawk, that should be part of the main game by default. Most people really enjoy mods, but a lot of people don't want to download the mods. Make the server list like Armor Reforger, so when you click on a server and it says you need a certain mod, you can just install it right there and load into the server instead of closing DCS, going on a scavenger hunt for the mod, install the mod, reopen DCS, and refine the server. And to the community managers, buyers should not have to tiptoe around to give you honest feedback because you might block them or time them out for speaking in a way you do not like. You're supposed to be the bridge between the players and the game, but it almost feels like the opposite. Take the criticism and be professional about it, not silence them. The overbearing rules and the hypersensitive moderation does not encourage productive discussion. Instead of creating a collaborative space for feedback, we get ignored or suppressed. Also, please deliver us the promises from 5+ years ago. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But yeah, that pretty much sums up my top 5 things I would like to see in DCS. It was actually pretty hard to narrow it down to the top 5, and with the community survey, I actually changed it up because there was some really good stuff mentioned. So thank you for those that took part in the survey. But yeah, let's talk about it in the comment section. Let me know if you want another community survey. I might do another like top 5 things the community wants or something. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like and a comment, as it actually does go a long way. But until next time, later guys.